Happy 2025, ladies and gents. Hope everybody had a good new year. Anyways, today we're going to create a ring that adds you to a faction when you wear it. It's very simple to do. I'm not going to go through every single step of how to start a creation kit, how to duplicate it, a ring, all that crap. I know people are just learning. If you're just learning this, you've got some studying to do before you really get into my tutorials. So the first thing you want to do is duplicate a ring, and then take the duplication of that ring, which I've already done, and I renamed it the SSS underscore Brigand Band. That was the ID. And then Band of Brigands. And then you want to hit OK. Then it's going to ask you if you use the duplicated one. Do you want to create a new form? No, yes. Go through all that stuff. And then we're here. So once we're here, you're going to want to add a script. I'm going to walk, even though I already got it done, I'm going to walk you through it real quick how to do this. And you're going to want to go to Add Script, go to New Script, and there's probably going to be an error that comes up when you first hit this. Hit Yes to All. That's an error that shows up after the Dragonborn DLC, because I have that as one of the masters in this. So hit New Script, hit OK. When it comes up here, rename your script. Mine is SSS, Bandit Band, of course, and extends object reference. Hit OK. And from there, you're going to have this box over here with the name of the script you just made. Even though I've already done mine, I'm still going to walk you through how to make a property. Edit the properties. So my property is already there, but I'm going to show you how to add another one. So when the type of property you want to add is what you're adding. Right now we're doing factions. If you were adding scenes, if you were adding food, which is under potions, or all that crap, right now, drop this down and go to factions. BanditAlly faction is the faction I want. So if you name it BanditAlly, which I've done, you can name it whatever you want. But name it BanditAlly, and then once you've done it that, hit OK. Now, on most cases, it should autofill. And if it autofilled, it will look like this. If it doesn't, click on that, go over here, and find the BanditAlly faction. Whatever you named it, it doesn't matter. I'm going to give you the code out of this to make this easier. So you're not going to have to type any code out or anything like that. And then click OK once you have it all set up. And from there, what you should see, if I'm not mistaken, I'm going to cancel it out now because I've already got this done. Right click here, edit source. Before you've done anything else, you should see whatever you named it extends object reference. And then your property, you should see here. I might have added that in before. Either way, it doesn't matter. So you have this here. You could, in all actuality, you could add this whole piece of code here, which I'm going to leave in the description below. It's an OnEvent code, equip and unequip code. I'm sorry if this is going too fast. I really don't have a lot of time. I'm getting ready to do some traveling out of the country here for a bit, but I'm trying to get a couple tutorials out. Hopefully you can slow it down and listen to what I'm saying and understand what I did. This is really, I know there's people just starting out. I'm doing tutorials that are people at least a little familiar with a creation kit. So that code that's already in there is good to go. Anyways, I'm going to save that because it's already done it. So if you've changed the name of your script with the code I'm going to give you, you can literally, or you change the name of your faction, which I call my BanditAlly, you can change the names in this, which I'm going to give you. I pulled this code out of here and put it over here. I'm going to drop in the description. So if your name, let's say you named it Bandit Buster, this would have to be called Bandit Buster, and I'm giving you the script out of the one I created, the code. But this should already be in there. Your faction should already be there. Everything else we can drop below. So hopefully, if I don't give, I'm going to give you everything. It's on event. So what's going to happen is here, I'll show you right here. So on event, Game.GetPlayer, it adds to faction. That's on event OnEquipped. Event on OnEquipped. Game.GetPlayer, RemoveFromFaction, EndIf and event. So what happens with that is when you put it on, you can walk into a bandit camp and they're your buddies, but whatever, they won't attack you. If you take it off while you're in there, they'll attack you. It pulls you right out. I'll show you that in a minute. And that's it. Now, the key to this, I'm going to go back and show you one other thing that I might have missed earlier. If you had a hard time opening up and creating a property, close this out first. The reason you close that out is for the game to create, before you make any, name your script, close it out, then come back in. The reason being is this. In your data file of Skyrim, when you scroll down to scripts, where it shows where all the scripts are, until you close it out, even though it shows over here the script, it does not add to the folder until you close this out. Then it's become a thing. Does that make sense? So it will go into a folder right here. That is your source code. And then over here will be the PEX file. There's two different files. And this is in your Skyrim data. So when you close this out, whatever changes you made, everything you've done, that's when it adds a script there. That's when it adds the code. So you can't, it's just important, when you start it up, name your script, and then close it out and open it back up. From there, you add the code into here by clicking this. Once you get a source, you should see the property in here. You should see your name and extends object reference and everything else. Change whatever you need to in the code I'm going to give you to match what you named your property or what you named your script. If you only need, you may only need out of this code because the rest is already done for you from here down. Add that in, and then once you've got your code in there, and it should look just like this or just like this. But whatever you named your script should be the name here. But if that's already up there, you don't need to add that again. Whatever you named your property should be here. You can change this right here before you copy and paste it in there. Once it's copied and pasted in there, I can do that right now, actually. So I copy, even though I've already got the same code in there because I copied it out of there when I made this a long time ago. So if we add this, here, I change the code, right here, go to save, success. So then close this out, go up here and save USB file. Now remember, we're going to go into game so I can show you how this works real quick. If this is something brand new you're making and you just created an ESP file, before you load the game up, you got to go into your mod manager, Steam, whatever you're using, and make sure you check the checkbox next to the ESP you just created. A lot of people forget to do that. When you first create the ESP the first time, you've got to check it to activate it before you go into the game. So we'll be right back, and after that, I'll drop this code down in the description for you, and hopefully it helps you add something you want. If you want to add to bandits, if you want to add to mages, whatever you want to add to. If you want to run through the Draugr and never have a Draugr attack you, whatever you want to do. Alright guys, we're going to jump into game and check it out. So, your ring, you make sure you activated your ESP file with the mod manager or with Steam or whatever. And your ring you have to add with console command unless you go into the game and you add it some way so you can pick it up.
So you're a thing now, huh? What's going to happen more with this? You kissing ass or getting your ass kissed?
Anyways, that's she just doesn't shut up sometimes. So from there, get your ring, go into your code. There are many tutorials how to do this. I'm sorry I can't walk through every step, guys. I'm really trying to make my time best I can. And you got how to make the ring now. Just look for tutorial how to add something to the game that you created. If you don't know how to do that, most people do know how to do that now. So anyways, we're going to go to a bandit camp real quick. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see about this. So let's go. I already have it on me because I already.
Let's see what Johnny Law is up to today.
What's going on?
It's nothing good.
You should try not being such a cunt, Gallus.
Oh wow.
I will take pride in ending your life if you keep getting out of hand.
That's a YouTube strike.
Now move along.
Anyways, it doesn't matter because
I'm smiling. That alone should scare you.
None of this shit is monetized. I don't monetize any of this. So I just do this to help people. So we're gonna go into here, find the band, which there we go. Brigand Band. There it is. We got that on. So now we're going to jump to here. Now the band's on. That means it added us to a faction. Come into here. But we should be fine. Bunch of bandits right here. I know the bandits probably look different than they do in your game, but I did a whole thing for my I recreated my own bandits. It's got my whole game. I basically rebuilt myself. But so you can walk in. They might have something to say. They might not. But right now, and that can we speak for a moment? I'll show you later. But right here, that isn't part of this. If I take this ring, which I have on, and I take it off,
Now ain't this
just like that.